Hey guys, and welcome back to 3 Layers Deep. So finally, my hair care regimen. I just want to jump into it because I have a lot of products that I want to talk about, and I always say I'm gonna try to make this a short video, but it never really happens. But I'm hoping this one will not be really long and boring. Okay, so really quickly, the brand that I have been using for the past several months, I would probably say within the last 4 to 5 months, is the Garnier Fructis. I have been loyal to their entire line. I did try 2 different shampoos, and I'm gonna start with those and what I like about them. Okay, the first one I had picked up was and they're all the triple nutrition, which I guess it says it contains the 3 nutritive fruit oils. It contains olive, avocado, and shea. It's for dry and damaged hair, and the other one is for extra dry and damaged hair. So one says it fortifies with nutrients for silky hair that's full of life, and the one that's for extra dry damaged hair, it says it nourishes deeply for softer hair that's full of life. Okay, so the first one I picked up was the one that's supposed to fortify, and this is a clear liquid, more like a gel-like. This one I feels like it did a good job cleaning your hair. I felt like my hair was nice and clean. It didn't leave any buildup, any like white stuff, that nasty stuff that sometimes a lot of other shampoos leave behind. I just didn't feel like it was as nourishing. It did a good job cleaning. I mean, my hair didn't feel stripped or really dry afterwards, but it just didn't give me that hydration that I was looking for. So I decided to pick up the triple nutrition. It's also a fortifying shampoo, but it's for extra dry and damaged hair. I like this one better from the other one. This one comes like in a clear container, and this one is an opaque green container. And I like the fact that this one it looks creamy for one. It's not translucent. It's not a gel based like the first one. This one is more creamier. Your hair, as you're washing it, your hair does feel more nourished. I feel like it conditions it as it's washing my hair. It just feels nice and soft. So I do prefer the one in the opaque bottle. I guess for days that you feel like you have more buildup in your hair, more like a clarifying shampoo, I guess this will be nice. So I'm not knocking it. I just prefer the one in the opaque bottle. I just feel like for curly hair, this is it's a lot more nourishing. Okay, so that's the shampoos right there. Darn, I'm dropping everything. Okay, conditioner. I also use the fortifying conditioner, the triple nutrition, for dry and damaged hair. I also believe that this comes for the extra dry and damaged hair to go with the extra dry and damaged shampoo. This also contains the 3 nutritive fruit oils. It contains, they all contain olive, avocado, and shea. All right, and I don't quite like the consistency and the texture of it. Well, the texture, I mean, it's nice and creamy, but I feel like it's a bit more liquidy than what I'm used to. I'm used to like really nice and thick and creamy conditioners for curly and dry hair. Usually that's what you see. The consistency of this one's a bit thinner. I mean, it's not runny, but it's just not as creamy as what I'm quite used to. Does it does the job of conditioning? It does. But I just feel like it doesn't, I feel like it should condition so much more. It's made for this. But it does condition. It's a decent conditioner. I'm not gonna knock it again. It's a fairly good conditioner. I do next time want to pick the one up for the extra dry and damaged hair. I feel like maybe there'll be a difference there. But it says it's supposed to fortify your hair with nutrients for silky hair that's full of life. Okay, now as for deep conditioners, I have 2. I have one that's supposed to defeat frizz, and one that is just a triple nutrition 3-minute dryness reversal treatment. So I have 2 right here. This is what they look like. Oh, I don't know if I showed I think I did show the conditioner. That's what the conditioner looks like. Oh, Ness, can you go check who's calling, please? If it's Daddy, tell him I'm still filming. Okay, so let's start with the 3-minute undo dryness reversal treatment. This it's weird. It has these little particles in it, like almost like, you know what the apricot scrub has, like those little like pieces of shell. I don't know what the purpose of that really is for. I don't think this really, I just don't know what it contributes to the actual product. It contains, again, olive, avocado, and shea, and it says it's ultra rich texture, nourishes deeply for stronger, healthier looking hair. You know, excuse me, I use this on myself as well as my daughter, and it does leave your hair so soft, so manageable. It leaves my curls really defined. My daughter doesn't have curly hair. She has more of a thicker, wavier hair, but it does the job. It really does the job. It's almost like that 3-minute Miracle, the Aussie one. I do like it. It smells really good. All the Garnier Fructis products smell really, really good. What else do I got to say about this? I like the texture. I think it's creamier. It's a lot creamier than the regular conditioner. It's a bit thicker as well, and I'm hoping it should, because it's a deep conditioning treatment. And I usually leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll alternate. Like, I'll use the regular conditioner maybe twice a month, and then I'll alternate with the deep conditioners every other time I wash my hair usually. And so I usually alternate between these two. So I do like it. I just don't really care for the little particles that it has in it. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but it's a fairly good deep conditioner. Again, it does the job. Now, the other one is the Frizz Defeat Deep Treatment. I guess it's new. They didn't come out that long ago. It says it goes deep to defeat frizz for supremely sleek and shiny hair. This one contains argan oil as well as apricot. One thing I absolutely do hate is the pump. Let's just talk about the pump for a second. Oh, this pump. This pump sometimes just makes me not want to even use this product. It dispenses, oh, I can open it. It dispenses the products like squirt by squirt. Like, and it's not even like big squirts. It's like little squirts. So it takes me like 20 pumps. Sometimes 22, 23 pumps to get enough product for my hair, so I can feel that my hair is nicely coated. So that is just a drawback for me. I do use it, but I just really think about it like long and hard. Do I want to deal with the pump that day? But it says it conditions deeply to stay sleek with long-lasting frizz control. It says it smooths the surface for the hair, so it's much shinier. Is there any difference between these two, the two, deep conditioners? I don't think I've really noticed, honestly. I think, honestly, my opinion, when your hair is nicely hydrated and nourished and conditioned, there's going to be less frizz. It's going to be more manageable. It's going to be more shiny and more controllable. And it's going to style a lot better, just in my opinion. So do you need both of these? I don't think so. I would do one or the other. Which one would I do? If I had to choose, I would probably next time just choose the 3-minute undo. I just think it's a lot easier to use. Yeah, that's what I would say about those. You can do either or. But for me personally, I would just do the squeeze, where I hate the pump. I just hate dealing with the pump. It's a great product. I just wish it would come in a different, packaging. Now, when outside the shower. Alright, so I always use a leave-in conditioner. I used to use like a spray one, but that takes forever too when you're spraying your entire head. So I decided to go for a cream-based leave-in conditioner. And this is the product that pretty much introduced me to the rest of this line. And it's the Intensely Smooth Leave-In Conditioning Cream. That's what this looks like. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this bottle. What I love about this product is, for one, how big the bottle is. And this is like literally like a $3 product or less, depending on where you go. Usually I get my stuff at Walmart or Walgreens. Walgreens is great because they have a 3 for $10 deal, so you can get 3 products for $10. So that's really good if you want to try out these products. I mean, each of these products usually cost, in Walgreens or the drugstore is about $4, 4 and some change. So 3 for $10, that's a good deal. So this contains argan oil as well as apricot, and it's intense smoothing for long-lasting frizz control and shine. I love this stuff. I feel like it really builds the foundation. It's, you know, it sets the foundation for the rest of my styling products. And I just feel like, again, when your hair is nice and conditioned and moisturized, it really does make a difference. So what I do is I part my hair in two, and I take about a quarter size amount and for each side. So at each side I take a quarter size amount, and I really make sure I go through in my entire, you know, my entire head hair from root to tip. I really get really good into it. And then I comb my hair, or brush my hair, I put it up, and then I'll go and do my makeup, or, you know, put coffee to make in the mornings or whatever, and just really let the product soak into my hair. And then I'll go ahead and style it. But I just feel like, you know, I think really any conditioning cream or leave-in conditioner is good for any hair, especially for, you know, like heat protection. So it just really coats your hair and just prevents further damage, and it just keeps it just seals in that moisture that you put in from washing and conditioning your hair in the shower. So is it a good leave-in conditioner? Yes, I definitely give it a 10. I use it all the time. I use this twice a week, and I just really, I don't think I would go without it. So I definitely recommend this for, you know, if you don't use anything else in this line, definitely go, you know, at least try the leave-in conditioner. Now for styling products, I'm new to this. This I've been using for a couple of months, I would say, and it's the Curl Sculpting Cream Gel. And I remember a viewer or a subscriber had recommended this to me, but I was just like so anti hair gels, because I just feel like they weigh your hair down. They give me great definition, but it just weighs my hair down, and I don't get the volume that I like. So I just opted to not use any more gels. But this is different. It's very light. I feel like it's conditioning. It says it's a curl sculpting cream for bouncy curls. It's Frizz Control Extra Strong. That's like the depth of how strong it is, duh. And I don't think I've seen any other like variation in strength, so this is the only one I've seen, and that's what it looks like. I don't know if I just showed it to you, but it does give your hair some definition. I feel like it has a nice slip going in. You can really manipulate it, and it doesn't feel tacky or dry afterwards like a gel does. It doesn't clump up on your hair. It doesn't leave a residue on your hair. I mean, if you haven't washed your hair like in a week, I'm sure you'll start seeing flakes and stuff. But I think it's a pretty decent gel. You know, the fact that it's cream based, I like that, because your curls are bouncy. See, bouncy curls. They're bouncy, and it has a nice light hold. I usually top it with my mousse because I do want just a bit more hold, but on its own it's not bad. So if you have looser curls, they're not as defined, or you're not the one that really looks for too much definition, this can be a really great product. I think it's easy, it's quick, and you know, if you diffuse your hair if you want. If you don't, then don't. So I think either way it works, and I do use it, and I'm gonna continue to use it because I actually do like it in conjunction with my other product, which is of course my curled up curl activating mousse from Smooth and Shine. I love this. I don't think I will ever go without this. I don't use as much of it because I literally I use this product for my entire hair, and then at the end I'll go ahead and I'll apply like a few dollops of the the curling mousse, and that just gives me a nice definition. So the two together just are really great products. You know, it just gives me the definition I'm looking for, the shine, the hold, the volume. My curls are nice and bouncy, they're not way down. So these are my two only styling products, and then I top it off at the very end when I'm done diffusing. When it's already styled, I finish it off with my Flexible Control Anti-Humidity Spray, also from Garnier Fructis. I've been using this product as well as this product for much longer than I have been using the rest of the entire line. So these two products I'm very familiar with. So I do really enjoy this hairspray. I guess it contains bamboo extracts to provide bounce back hold. You know, I like the fact that this doesn't give me that crunchy, you know, helmet head feeling, you know. My curls are very movable, they're very loose. I feel like I can, you know, touch my hair, manipulate my hair. I don't feel like I end up, you know, at the end of the day with like, you know, that what's that called, with that like residue in the hand. You don't have to like you play around with your hair throughout the day. You feel like your hands kind of get that sticky feeling because of the products that you have in your hair. This doesn't. I just lightly spray my hair, you know, a few times, make sure I get each and every strand from every position possible, and I'm good to go.
Darling just changed the TV on me.
Tell him to put it back.
Yeah,
My kids. So that is it. Oh, and also for, you know, for those days that I want extra nourishment, I use grapeseed oil. This is what I buy. I get this from my good old Walmart. I put this in a bottle that I just dropped. I put it in a smaller bottle, and that's what I keep in my bathroom cabinet. I use that for, you know, my body as lotion, and I use this to, you know, oil my hair and my scalp, and I just feel like it's really nourishing. It's very light. It absorbs nice into your hair, like it doesn't leave like a greasy after feel. So it's really nice. I either use coconut oil or grapeseed oil. Coconut oil I usually use in the warmer months because it's liquefied, whereas in the colder months it's solidified, and I just don't want to deal with the whole melting process. So I rather use grapeseed oil. And if you hear craziness going on, my kids are fighting, so that means I gotta finish up. So yes, this is what I use, and I use this about once. I try to use it once a week, but if not, I try to use it throughout the month. It kind of really depends. I'm not like, you know, religiously using it every single week as I should, but that's it. So that is what I use. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free, and I hope it was of some help. I know there's a ton of products, and I'll go ahead and make sure that I, you know, put them all down in the info box so you guys didn't miss anything. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. God bless you. Bye.